Welcome everybody to Spring into Summer, and let's get started. We're going to begin standing on the end of our mats. You want to stand with your feet a little wider than hip width apart. I'm going to have you first of all stick your foot tripod. So lift up all 10 toes, spread them apart, and press them down into the floor. Pressing down the bones under the big toe, the little toe, and the heel. Knees are soft, chest is lifted, heart center lifted toward the sky. Let's inhale up, exhale, and stretch forward. Now I want you to find support, whether it's on your thighs, your knees, or your calves, or your feet, or the floor. All right, here we go. Slowly, we're going to walk ourselves out. Walking ourselves out to a plank. Nail your plank. Good. Go ahead and walk yourself in. Come up, and let's switch to the other side. There we go. Good. Inhale up. Great. Exhale, forward fold. Lovely. I'm watching you now. Walk yourself out to plank. Pack your shoulders. Nice and strong through the core. Abs in, buttocks lifted. Good. Walk it all the way up. Good. Inhale up. Exhale forward. We're repeating now, but we're going to be adding on. Walk it out to plank. Packing the shoulders by gliding the shoulder blades down. Good. Push into down dog. So press your heels gently toward the mat. Frame your head between your upper arms. Point your tailbone to the sky. Pull in your stomach muscles. Inhale and come to center. Lower your knees down. Stretch back into child's pose. Sit back toward your heels. If this causes any discomfort in your knees, please stay high and simply push your buttocks back with your arms extended long. Come back forward onto your knees. Get ready for quadruped hover. Pressing the balls of your hands right under your shoulders. Dig all 10 toes into your mat. Pull up your abdominals. Pack your shoulders. Take a big deep breath in. Lift your knees just 1 or 2 inches up off the mat and hold. Inhale. Allowing the breath to support you. Exhale. Lower down. Shift back into child's pose. Good. Come up. Let's go back into plank. So dig all 10 toes in or step back 1 leg at a time. However you get there, you want to pack your shoulders, pull up your belly button, pull up your glutes and your thighs. From here now, push into down dog. Take a giant step forward with 1 foot. You can pick up your leg and help it forward if you like, so that you are in open equestrian or lizard pose. Place your inside hand right beside the inside of your foot and lift your arm up and look up at your hand, rotating through the thorax gently. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and put that hand down by your foot. Bring your opposite arm out to a T. Now be warned, balance will be a factor here. And look up at your hand as you reach up and rotate toward the ceiling. Do the best you can. This is a real balance challenge. Place your hand beside your foot. Both hands are down now. Dig in those back toes. Lift up your knee. Step back into plank. Push back into down dog. Take a giant step through with your foot. Slowly lower your center of gravity. Place your inside hand by the inside of your foot. Take your opposite hand and reach and rotate up. This should feel good. Right through the back, opening the chest. Good. Balancing those postural muscles. We place that hand down. We lift the other hand out to the side and we rotate up. Here's that balance challenge as you look up into the hand. Hold it and place it back beside your other foot. Good. Dig in your back toes. Lift your knee. Step back into down dog and walk it up. Come front and center for squats. Feet are hip width apart. Feet are parallel. Find your foot tripod, knees soft. We're going to go down for 2 beats. 1, 2, up for 2 beats. Down for 2 beats, frontal raise, up for 2 beats. Good. Abdominals in, chest and shoulders lifted, shoulders back. Frontal raise and up. Frontal raise and up. Good. Now, all the way up overhead. If this causes any discomfort in your shoulders, please limit your range of motion to that which is pain-free. So no pain. Good. Nice and tall. Lift and stretch from under your armpits. All the way from the heels, all the way up. Down and up. And one more time, down and up. Beautiful. All right, guys, we are warmed up and we are ready to start our first circuit. So we're going to start with our step ups. That will be exercise number 1. So we're going to use our steps. We're going to use our weights. Now, if balance is an issue for you, I want you to be extra safe. So you could also do this with just your body weight. I'm going to be my step bench a little closer. Make sure you're locked in. So your risers are locked in under your bench. We're going to step up with one leg and tap the other foot up on the bench. Step off and tap. Here we go. Step, tap, off, tap. Step, tap, off, tap. Number 3, tap, and down. Good. Now, for those of you who were here last week, if you want to try that balance challenge, I almost lost it. Right there, you're going to lift the knee. So step and lift. Just find your center right over the center of that bench. Good. A few more. Great balance challenge, great strength challenge for that lifting leg. Works the quads and the glutes. And I think that's 12, maybe 13. Good, and now we're going to switch sides. So the first is the step tap so that we can get used to this environment. Don't try to keep up to the tempo of the music, it's a little fast. Step, tap. Down tap. And then when you're ready, step knee, down tap. Step knee, down tap. Great. Exhale. Make sure your supporting leg comes to a full extension. In other words, you're going to straighten the knee on your stepping leg. Good. A few more. I think we have 3 more for 12, give or take. Awesome. Go ahead and place your weights down, guys. Our next exercise is going to be on the mat. Come down onto all fours. Prepare for hover plank on the forearms. Forearms are flat on the mat. Elbows right underneath the shoulders. Palms of the hands are down so you can balance the weight of your body across the entire forearm. Slide the shoulder girdle down your back. Drop your belly button. Extend one leg and then the other. Hold for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, we're coming up to high plank. You can place your knees down, place your hands underneath you, and come back into plank. Or you can simply come up to high plank. Now we're going back down to low plank, but we want to use the other arm. So we're going to go down on the other arm, and we're going to hold our low plank. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Glutes are tight, quads are tight, belly button's tight, everything's tight. And that's got to be 15 seconds coming up on that arm to high plank. Again, set your knees down if you need to. Back down to low plank using the other side. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bracing well. We come up on that side. Again, dropping the knees and down on the other side. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12. This will give us over a minute of planks, but of course they have been very dynamic. Good. Hold for a few more. And come on up. Now, for those of you who want to challenge, touch your opposite shoulder with one hand. Opposite shoulder with one hand. Opposite shoulder and down. Opposite shoulder and down. We're trying not to twist or rotate. This is an anti-rotation exercise. Good, and a couple more. Touch and press, touch and press, and come back up. All right. Whew. Moving on to bridges. Our first set of bridges tonight are going to be on the mat, and then we'll progress to the ball for our second set. So let's begin. On your back, feet flat on the mat, knees pointed toward the ceiling. We have our feet, our knees, and our hip bones parallel, arms by your side. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale slowly out the mouth as you squeeze your glutes and lift your hips toward the ceiling. Holding that nice bridge, make sure that you're not fanning your knees apart. Bring your arms up. So now they're not holding you. They're not helping you stabilize overhead, but do not arch your lower back. Great. Inhale, exhale, everything comes down. Good. Now let's lift the arms along with our buttocks as we come into our bridge, taking away our ballasts and making our trunk muscles stabilize us. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, bridge. Inhale. Exhale and lower. And again, inhale. Exhale and bridge. Squeeze those glutes. Inhale, exhale, and lower. And again, inhale. Exhale, bridge. Inhale, exhale, lower. And again, inhale, exhale, bridge. Inhale, exhale, and lower. I'm going to be adding a march. So inhale, exhale, bridge. Lift one leg. Lift the other leg. Inhale, exhale, and lower. Inhale. Exhale and bridge, super solid, resting on the scapula. Lift one leg, lift the other leg, keeping the glutes up, keeping the abs tight. Inhale, exhale and lower, and again, inhale. Exhale and bridge, adding the march. 1 and 2 and inhale, squeeze, exhale and lower. A couple more, guys. Inhale, exhale and bridge. We go marching. 1, 2, inhale. Exhale and down. Good. Nice supported neutral spine. Inhale, exhale, and bridge. Glutes are tight. Lifting, trying not to rock or twist the pelvis. Inhale, exhale, and lower. Repeat. Inhale, exhale, bridge. Squeeze strong. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, squeeze, and lower. One more time. Inhale, exhale, and bridge. Marching 1 and 2, and squeeze the bridge. Inhale, exhale, and lower. Come back over onto your hands and knees. Going into quadruped hover. Hands are right underneath your shoulders. Dig all 10 toes into your mat. Pack your shoulders, drawing up your abs. Inhale, exhale, lift your knees and hold. Lift one hand, try to bridge, try not to twist. Exhale, place that hand down. Inhale, stabilize, lift the other hand, try not to twist or list too much. Let that hand down on an exhale. Inhale, try to lift, brace, hold. Inhale, exhale. Switch, try to lift. Now, if you can't lift, just lift your knees and just call that good and hold that. All right, here we go. Settle down and back into child's pose. Hold that child's pose. Come back to the end of your mat. Hook in all 10 toes. Ready for bear crawl. Pack your shoulders, pull up your abs. Come up off your knees. Here we go. Left hand goes forward. Right foot goes forward, butt stays low. Abs are up. Right hand forward. Left foot forward. Shoulders are packed. Abs are up. Left hand. Right foot. Right hand. Left foot. When you get to the end of the mat, we have to go backwards, guys. Here we go. Right hand. Left foot back. Left hand. Right foot back. Right. Left. Left. Right. When you get to the end of the mat, guys, break for child's pose. This will give your wrists, your fingers, your elbows and your shoulders, and your back a nice stretch. All right, everyone, we're beginning our hip hinge from the bench. So deadlift from our deadlift position. So as opposed to our top-down deadlift, tonight we're going to start from our elevated surface. So I'm going to have you place your weights on your bench using a squat position. But we're going to hinge to pick them up. So I want you to bend your knees. All right? And I want you, for those of you who are new, Cindy, Nicole, I want you guys to bend your knees softly, hinge directly at the hip. Notice how I keep my spine long and my shoulders squared and broad. Beautiful. Abs are strong. You come all the way up. Pull your booty up your backside. Beautiful. Okay. Now we got to do that with the weights. We want to protect our back, so we have to use our core and our legs. Here we go. Knees are soft. You've got half of your foot underneath that bench. Here we go. So your weights are right over your instep. Good. Pack your shoulders. Look down at your weights. Pull your belly button up. Push into your heels. Come all the way up. Weights are in your hands now. Good. Turn them to face your body and keep them right on your legs. All the way down. Good. Flat back. All the way up. And again, all the way down to a flat back. Back's parallel to the floor. All the way up. Squeeze that booty. And again, deadlift. And up. And down. And up. Great. Now, every time I come up, I make sure that my knees are semi-straight so they're not locked. And I pull that booty up my backside. Keep going. Good. You want your head to just be an extension of your spine. So keep your chin back a little bit like you're making a double chin to protect the cervical spine. Abs are strong and brace the whole time. Great. Preparing for picking up those heavy things, whether it's a dog or a cat, a child, or your groceries. Or maybe you're laying bricks. I don't know. Great. Let's call this 12 because I always lose count. This Cindy Nicole, you're gonna learn this. She can't count. All right. Crisscross both weights in one hand. You got both weights in one hand. We're going to use the bench. This is gonna help prop this leg up. This leg is gonna be our support right now, just like a bench would be in the gym. From here, I'm gonna place my hand high on that thigh to protect my knee. I'm gonna hinge forward at the hip, bending my support leg slightly. Now I make sure that the weights don't drag my shoulders down. I'm gonna square my shoulders now, pre-contracting those postural muscles. Now I'm gonna pull, like I'm trying to start my lawnmower and it's a hard start. And number 3, and number 4, and number 5. Good, keep going. Exhale as you pull. Think about those postural muscles. Feel it underneath your shoulder blade and between your shoulder blade and your spine. Couple more. And we switch sides. Same form, same setup. Take your time because this sets the foundation for your lift. Really think about what you're doing here. All your cues, your grip, your support, and your posture, and now your breath as you pull. You don't want to go too fast. Generally, slower is better. More time under tension puts more stress on those muscles, so we get more training effect. You'll notice I do not round my upper back. I keep my spine line long, just like I did during my deadlift. Good, I think we got a couple more. All right. Next, squat and press. You may want to switch to lighter weights if you've been using heavier weights. We're going to squat with a bicep curl, press overhead upon rising. That was your verbal cue. Stand with your feet a little wider than hip width apart. A slight toe out is fine. Shoulders back, sternum lifted, abs in. We're going to sit the booty back and down on the squat, curl and press. Here we go. Squat, curl, and press. Number 1. Number 2. Looking good. Number 3. And 4. Blow it out. Halfway there. Good. If you're starting to feel tired, take a break. And remember to avoid any pain range of motion. Got a couple more. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I think that was 13. I'm not sure. All right, guys, that was the bottom of the lineup. Whew. Catch your breath. Grab a drink of water if you're thirsty. Bye, Connie. Thank you. Have a great night. I think Tammy's headed out too. Bye, Tam. Thank you. Great job. Okay, gang. Let's go, diehards. Aditya, Heidi, Cindy, Nicole. Yeah, I love it. The fist pump. Okay, step ups. Ready, set, step. And remember, the tap is perfectly fine. I love these, not only for the strength gains, but they're so practical. I mean, how many stairs do you have to climb every day? And remember, if you don't use it, you lose it. So keep climbing those stairs. So important. If you're on an 8-inch bench, that is about the height of the average rise of a stair. Good, I think we have 2 more. So again, very practical exercise. Good, we're switching sides. You will get breathless. Here we go. Pushing up your weight up an 8-inch step against the pull of gravity with whatever extra weight you're carrying here. That's a lot of work. Great for your knees. Wonderful promoting that balance, pull along that patella tendon. Great for waking up the glutes. They get a little lazy because we sit too much. True story. All right. Planks. Here we go. Low plank to high plank. Shoulder tap. Ankle tap. You guys ready? Yeah. Here we go. Let's do this. All right. Elbow right under the shoulder, gang. Palms flat. Entire forearm down. Dig in your toes. Get ready to plank. Inhale, exhale. Into your plank you go. Butt is down. Abs are up. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You're going to blast off. 3, 2. Come on up. One side. Good. Back down. 15, 14, 13. We're going to be coming up on the other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and up you go on the other side. Remember, yeah, put your knees down if you have to. I don't want you to get hurt. Down you go. 15, 14. Pack your shoulders, lengthen your spine. 10, 9, 8, 7. Abs are up. Everything is tight. 4, 3, 2. Up you go. Yeah, back down. This is it, gang. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Blast up. All right, here we go. Shoulder, shoulder, ankle, ankle, shoulder. If it's too hard, just stick to the shoulder or just the plank. Shoulder, shoulder, ankle, ankle. One more time. Shoulder, shoulder, ankle, ankle. All right, gang. Over for bridge. Here we go. Feet are down. Knees up. Arms by your side. Pack the shoulders well. Get ready to bridge and march. Big deep breath in. Exhale, arms overhead bridge. March. 1, 2, squeeze, and everything comes down. Inhale. Exhale, bridge, march. Breathe in, breathe out. 3, exhale. And squeeze and down. Number 4. Marching. Squeeze and lower. Good, make sure you don't arch back. Inhale, exhale, bridge. Good, nice shoulder blade support there. That's your shelf. Squeeze and down. Inhale and exhale and bridge. Marching. Marching, squeeze and down. Try not to let your knees come apart. You don't want a butterfly. Inhale, exhale, bridge. Good. So shoulders stay packed, so the shoulder girdle is stable. And release. And again. And bridge. Working those glutes, working the spine. Squeeze and lower down. A few more. Inhale and exhale into the bridge. Again, anti-rotation. Single leg and down. And again, inhale, exhale the bridge. Squeeze and march. Squeeze and march. Squeeze and down. And again, inhale, bridge. Squeeze and march. Squeeze and march. Inhale and down. All right, guys, I'm going to grab my ball. I'm going to place my ball under my feet or my calves. All right. For those of you who don't have a ball, don't worry. You can keep doing your bridge as we've been doing it. Here we go, gang. Now remember, you're on an unstable surface now. You're going to need your arms down beside you. Everything is about form right now. Inhale, exhale, bridge. Try to just lift your forearms to start. Feel the difference. You'll feel your ball want to roll. Stay stiff. Squeeze the glutes. Try to lift your arms if you can. Bring it center and down. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, bridge. If you can, lift. Good, but do not arch your lower back. You want to stay as stiff as a board. It's like a backwards plank. Inhale, exhale, bridge. Again, you could just keep the upper arms down and lift the forearms and release. Inhale, exhale, bridge. Or you could just reach to perpendicular and squeeze your shoulder blades. That may be progression too. And then if you feel like this is stable, then try that overhead extension to promote that shoulder mobility and down. And again, inhale, exhale, and bridge. As you get tired, you're going to see your ball wants to roll. You'll see mine wanting to move a little bit more. That's normal. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more. That's quite a few bridges. Inhale, exhale to bridge, squeeze, and overhead. And everybody down. All right. I wanted everyone to have the opportunity to see that. We'll be doing more of the bridges with your ball next week as we move through our progressions. All right. Quadruped hover, guys, to bear crawl. Right? Now, if your wrists are weak and they already feel like they've had an incredible workout from all the support that you've been doing, then please feel free to just do the quadruped. You do not need to lift your knees. All right? You could just do a bear crawl with the knees on your mat. All right? That would be a great mobility exercise and still help to promote some strength and endurance muscularly around the support of your joints. All right, here we go. Digging all 10 toes if you're going for the bear crawl. Pack your shoulders, take a big deep breath in, stabilize the scapula, the abs, and the legs. Here we go. And out with a lift. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. You can see I keep my butt down. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Going backwards now. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. It's a lot to coordinate. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. There it is. Child's pose, everybody. Say hallelujah. I did it. Holy cow. I'm crawling like a bear. All right, gang. Let's hip hinge now. Deadlift from the bench. Remember, having the feet under the bench is wonderful because it places that weight super close to our center. So we're going to safely lift our weights, right? Did you guys know more people get hurt picking up their weights and putting them away than they do when they're exercising? It's true. Or they trip over them. True story. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Deadlift from the bench, guys. Pack, strong form, soft knees, braced abs, braced scapula. All the way up. Rotate the palms. Keep the weights grazing your body. Squeeze them up. Good. Chin back. Making a bit of a double chin. Pin your underarms to your body. Breathe and breathe. Breathe and breathe. Again, super highly functional. Awesome. Good, a few more. Exhale. And a couple more. You're doing great. Doing great. Good, a couple more. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, guys, bent over row to squat press. Go ahead and get in position for bent over row. I'm just gonna change my music a little bit here because this is the cool down song. There we go. That's more like it. Good, double up. Form, support, and posture. And then you begin your movement. Opposed by gravity and those weights. Making sure the scapula stays supported by not allowing your shoulders to come up by your ears. Think about creating a long neckline. Breathing out, breathing in. And that's probably 12 right there. So we're going to switch sides. Make sure, especially if your hands are sweaty, that you get a good grip on those doubled up weights. This is great for grip strength. Good. Posture, support, posture, and then perform. Exhale. If your weights feel light, then you'll know you'll be able to go heavier next week. Great. Take a moment, catch your breath, and set yourself up for some nice strong squats, curls, and presses. Now remember, if you guys are pooped at this point, you're going to want to set down your weights and maybe just use your body weight for the squats. I mean, that is weightlifting, that is weight training, that is definitely resistance training, and definitely strength training. All right, guys, here we go. Wider than hip width apart. A little bit of a natural toe out's fine. Just make sure those knees track over your shoelaces. Here we go, squatting down and press. 1. Now there's a lot going on here. If you want to leave out that press and just focus on the squat, that is certainly your prerogative. But I want you to think about that squat form. Sitting the buttocks back and down. Only squatting to a comfortable depth. I often start my clients squatting to a chair so that they have something behind them to help train them to hip hinge first. Get in a couple more. And I think this is 12. Awesome, great. 2 sets in, guys. Now let's work on some mobility and some stretching. Just go ahead and ditch your weights. I'm going to try to pull that. There it is. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to have you create a little room here. I'm going to have you kind of step toward the top third of your mat here. You'll see why in a second. We're going to work on some hip and upper back mobility. So here we go. We're going to start with a bicep curl. Great. Now, as you do a tricep extension, you're going to step way back behind you. Way back, so far back that your heels don't touch down. And your front knee is aligned over your sneaker. Now you're going to turn to the front, you're going to sweep the air, and you're going to shift into a side lunge. Almost a Cossack lunge. Great. Now you're going to come up. You're going to turn back to the front with your arms overhead. Still in that split stance, feet wide apart. And you slowly come down to your lunge. Now you know your feet are wide enough apart if your knee is aligned over your front ankle. And step together. Let's repeat. Here we go. Bicep curl, lunge back, tricep extension. See how wide that is. Sweep forward, Cossack lunge. Up, shift back, lunge down, up, step together. That's the hard part right there. Yep, that huge step. One more time. Inhale, exhale back. Beautiful. Sweep the air and come forward into that lunge, that side lunge. Buttocks are back. Counterweight forward. Inhale up, exhale, wide feet, ready for stationary lunge. Opening up the front of the back hip. We inhale, exhale, step together. You guys can stay right where you are, but I don't want to have my back side to you, so I'm going to turn and work my other side. Let's begin. Inhale, now step back with the opposite foot. Good. Inhale, exhale, sweep inside lunge. Inhale, come forward, arms overhead, exhale. Pull up that back glute and slowly lower down, stationary lunge, pulling in the abdominals, pressing the hips forward, come back up and step together. Yeah, there you go. Inhale, exhale, lunge back. Sweep and side lunge. Counterbalance, booty way out behind you there. Up we go. Come front and center. Lower, stretching the front of the hip and thigh. Step forward. One more time, gang. Inhale, exhale, step back. Inhale, sweep, and exhale, lunge. Inhale, up. Exhale, coming center into your lunge position. Now stationary lunge, slow, stretch. And up and step together. All right, so we're going to come forward onto our mat. Half kneeling position. One leg kicked forward. Good. Abs in. Curl your pelvis under. So you're going to contract that back glute, pull the abdominals in, and lunge forward. Okay? If this causes any discomfort on your knee, you can always do what I just did and just pick it up a little bit and adjust it so that the kneecap's not in a strange position. Sometimes you kneel on it just right and it really hurts. So you really want to be careful of that. You could also do double up of your mat. All right, but we are now stretching the hip flexors on the back leg. I'm going to straighten my front leg forward and bring my hands forward now. Good. Now, at this point, especially if your hamstrings are tight, your back's going to be arched way up in the air like that. I'm going to have you try to plane your back down like you do in your deadlift, and then sit back a little bit. Stretching those hamstrings and glutes now on that front leg. All right. Okay, then come up. Balance will be a factor here. Be careful. Okay, and switch legs. So proposal position, you know, like, will you marry me kind of thing. Will you marry me? Okay, rock the pelvis under, contract your abs, and lunge forward. Hold that position, breathe easy, easy, easy. Yeah, balance is definitely a factor in all these. And if you're losing your balance, that's actually a good thing because you're training it. You're training it. And any kind of training is good training. Good, now lunge back. Sitting into those hamstrings. Oh yeah, there it is. They're tight. Got to work on that posture. Hold that stretch. Come back up. You can come back to a kneeling position if you like. Just sit however you're comfortable. If you want to sit with your feet together, getting that inner thigh stretch happening, that's awesome. If you want to sit lotus or half lotus, that's cool too. If you want to kneel, that's fine. I just want you to do whatever's comfortable for you. If this isn't comfortable for you, come up on your knees, or you could even do mermaid sit. You know, whatever's comfortable for you is where I want you to be. Now I want you to lift your chest, and I want you to reach your hands behind you. Good. And reach them behind you and try to keep them on the floor and push into the floor and open the chest and roll your arms backwards. You're going to have to pull your chin backwards. It's not very pretty, but it works really great for opening the chest and the shoulders. Good. Make sure your shoulders are hunched up. You want the neckline to be super long, even though you're making that double chin. Great. Okay. Now, switch leg positions, and we'll switch into the tricep stretch. Great. So the back of the upper arm, you just point your elbow toward the ceiling. Get some support there. Give yourself a pat on the back. You did like amazing. So good. Other side. Wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and hit stop record, guys. And then I just want to chat for a minute about your experience. Give me 1 sec, please. And thank you all. And those who you couldn't be here, we missed you.